Hi, John. This is Johnny from Day Trader Radio. I wanted to touch base with you again and kind of go over your questions on the video format, 'cause it's always easier for me to kind of show things and explain things this way. It takes me forever to type up stuff. My spelling is awful, and I spend too much time to edit it. So I kind of fly through these things, and it's easier for me to explain. So let's just get right into it. I recently came across your July video with Etienne, and that's great. I watched a couple of live sessions as well. I found you while searching for RSI divergence information. RSI divergence and the stochastics divergence work pretty well together. They're very good. If you have a good indicator, like stochastics, RSI, MACD, they're all kind of they all work pretty good. So it's if something works, it should work. When it should work, right? And if it doesn't work, you shouldn't be using it. So the RSI is actually a good way of doing divergence, and the MACD is another one. Stochastics for me is the way to go. I studied that for a long time. I was not going to say for most of my life, but a good portion of my life. I know how they work in and out, and I feel very comfortable with them. I wouldn't change anything else, and I would always advise people to stick with this way of trading. I've never come across anything better. But RSI is pretty good on divergences. Anyway, I'm pretty hooked on everything. Enjoying the learning curve. The goal would be to learn what I can via YouTube, then think about diving in with a membership for more information. Hard to swallow and the great year deal. Hard to swallow the great end of the year deal I missed on Lifetime. Enough lamenting. I have a couple of questions. All right, so let's take a look at your questions here. You often speak of the angle of stochastic divergence as needed to be 7 to 10 degrees or more. Do you know of a video that describes how the Rockbot deals with that? And is there a user setting in a Rockbot? I designed the Rockbot, so the Rockbot and the divergences are always mathematical, and so basically you have a low. You have a lower low, and that low has to correspond with the higher low. It has to be a higher low. So I do a formula that measures out the stochastics on the first low and compare it to the stochastics on the second low, and that's how we get our divergence. And that could be a mathematical divergence. So the first version, or the real pure divergence, is based off of a pure mathematical divergence. Now the angle over years of doing this, I've determined that the higher the divergence, the better the setup, and it is true. Like right now, I'm looking at 3 o'clock. You have a low and you have a lower low, but a much higher low here. Now, what's great about divergences and what's great about my quad rotation? When I say quad rotation, it's all 4. Quad representing 4. You have a 9-3, 14-3, 44, and 60-10. And if you have a 9-3 divergence, which we look at because that's our fastest time frame, and we have an embedded 60-10, then we only look for a rotation above the 80 to take our trade off. So even though we have the divergences sometimes give us the bottom and we have huge moves, even when the divergence fails, we can pretty much tell when if that's going to fail or it's not going to be as strong by monitoring the 60-minute time frame. That's super important. The 9-3 and the 60-10 work so well together. Also knowing how flags work, this actually turned into a bull flag. I have a saying, what defeats a divergence? A flag. A flag defeats a divergence on the bull side and on the bear side. Do you know of a video that describes how the Rockbot deals with that? And is there a user setting in the Rockbot? So there's no setting on the angle on that, but that's a good thing for me too. I'm actually in development, updating the Rockbot for the TradingView platform, and I will probably add some things to it to just improve on it. And there are some things I would like to improve on it by the angle, identifying a better angle. It wouldn't be that hard to do, but right now there's no switch or anything on the bot that enables you to outline what angle is. Now there might be a Like when I do my analysis during the day, the MedVed quote tracker automatically gives me an angle of this line. You see that angle? Very easy for me to do it live, and that's what I do. I trade live and I make the calls live, and that's what that's what I specialize in, being able to make the call live, take the trade, tell you when to get out, and do that. So I'm able to do that live. I don't know if the NinjaTrader has a way of doing that. I believe you can do that, no problem. I mean, I just haven't set it up yet. The way the NinjaTrader works, and if you I don't know if you have a license, if you have a working license on the NinjaTrader. You could go to Strategy Builder. The Strategy Builder will pop up on the screen here. Waiting for it to pop up. There we go. Over here. There we go. And you could, put your conditions and actions in here after a while, and then you would add your indicator, and you could actually kind of make this anything you want. You could say, I want to have my stochastic indicator here. You scroll down and say you want to get your slow stochastic at one level, how many bars ago. It's pretty easy to, if you do the math in your head and write it out, you could replicate it in the formula and make that formula. So it's not a bad thing. You could do that. It's not a hard thing to do. It just takes a little time to. But is there an indicator itself that does the slope? There is a slope indicator on this. I have to look into it a little bit more. That might be where I'd want to start with that. I do use a slope indicator on our 60-10 and part of the formula, but I don't use a slope indicator to measure the degrees, which I think you can do that. So look up slope on NinjaTrader and read up on that. All right, that's on the Ninja script. Look up slope and the definition of slope. I was also wondering if you have come across trendline angle indicator for Ninja. That's what I was just talking about, trendline angle. I gave it a go, but so far I have not found one. I know you must be crazy busy. No hurry on this. All right, John. Also, normally the lifetime membership is $1,400. It is on sale for $999. It's a good deal. So, and there's a monthly sale too. Normally it's $99. I have it for $69. That gives you the RockBot indicator to run on your own machine and stuff like that. It gives you everything. The Zello alerts. Do you know about the Zello alerts? Excellent alerts where I, send out on the walkie-talkie the alerts during the day. All right. Hopefully that got some of your questions answered, and looking forward to hear from you again soon. Have a good one.